For any of you hoping that Cyberpunk 2077 would get better, I'm pretty certain at this stage it's not going to go that way. In fact, it might actually get even worse than it already is, or has been, since it launched back in December 2020. So, as most of us know by now, there were a huge amount of problems when the game first launched. Problems to the point of PlayStation actually removing the game off their store, like Sony removing the game from the PlayStation store, and both Xbox and PlayStation offering full refunds to anyone that had played. Even if you played several hours, you were still entitled to a refund. Players on PC could even get a refund because of how bad this game messed up. Then we had patches coming out, they posted hotfixes, it actually made the game run a little bit better, and then everyone started realizing that if your game save is over 8 megabytes, there is a big chance the file could corrupt and you'd lose all of your progress. The developer's official response was to stop picking up so much loot. Then they put out a hotfix and apparently did stuff to that, and that is what leads us up to now, being 1.06 is the latest update for the game, and that's actually made it worse already, because I've watched several videos and people are saying 1.04 and 0.5 did okay with optimizing the game a little bit better, especially on the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 base console versions. And then 1.06 comes out, and the game wasn't crashing too much at all until 1.06, and I'm now hearing that the game is crashing every 15 minutes for a lot of players. So the game's quality is dipping instead of improving. And what have CD Projekt Red gone and done? They have gone and done exactly what your typical developers will do, and instead of waiting until all of your problems, or not all of them, most of the major, most concerning issues are dealt with, they try and release stuff to basically put layer upon layer of random stuff in the game in order to try and hide the problems. And the reason I say that is if you take a look at the image on screen, on their website they have said, they've now updated it all and said stay tuned until some point early 2021, so I'm guessing that's within the next 3 months. There will be some DLC for the game. I don't know exactly how this DLC is going to work, but the coding for the game is already messed up in a lot of areas, and now they're going to start slapping extra layers on top, trying to cover up all of the issues, and it's going to just make the game even worse than it already is. And no, not everyone is coming across issues within the game, but there are a lot of players that are, or they have been, they did do, whatever you want to say. There has been a hell of a lot of issues. Some people have managed to play with an incredibly smooth experience, but then there's the other end of the spectrum, and people can barely play the game. So I wasn't exactly pleased to see this sort of update and them having the idea of releasing DLC this early. They need to be spending at least another 4, 5, maybe even 6 months fixing more issues, making the game better optimized for the older platforms and even for PC. I guarantee there's still so many problems. I even saw recently that people are finding all these different glitches within the game. Glitches that go as stupid as being able to bunny hop up to speeds of 100 miles an hour or something stupid. You can go so fast the vehicles don't load into the game. And another one where there's a certain skill when you equip that skill, and instead of cars knocking you down, it's actually supposed to stop cars knocking you down. I think it's called the Rock. Instead of it stopping enemies from knocking you down, cars will kill you instead of just standard knocking you down. There are so many issues within this game, and I really think it's the worst possible choice to go ahead and even announce DLC without fixing all of the issues first. I can't see a good future for this game at all. I haven't played in quite a while now. I lost interest because of the amount of stuff going on within the game. The investors are actually trying to push forward with filing lawsuits against CDPR. It's got that bad. But I don't know what's going to happen with it. You never know. The patches that we're getting in January and February, they could fix a lot of the problems and make the game stable enough in the community's eyes to release DLC. We don't know for certain, but basically they're planning to release DLC within the next 3 months, and I can't see it being too good. But that's going to do it for this video. Let me know your thoughts and stuff about it in the comments. I will see you in the next one. I hope you enjoyed it.